Seabirds. Birds that spend most of their time at sea are called seabirds. These include skyas, gulls, terns, auks, penguins, pelicans, petrels, gannets, and cormorants. The earliest seabirds had teeth and lived in the Cretaceous period, which began 146 million years ago. Modern seabirds have been around since the Paleogene period that began 65 million years ago. Do seabirds ever live on land? Seabirds come on to land to lay their eggs. The snow petrel nest is 483 kilometers, 300 miles away from the sea on the Antarctic continent. Although seabirds usually fly and fish alone, most of them nest in colonies on land. The colonies house anything from a few dozen to more than a million birds. Maries build their nests close to each other for protection, while albatross prefer to leave space between their nests. Good divers. Maries dive beneath the surface to feed on fish. How are seabirds different from other kinds of birds? Seabirds have adapted to life around salt water. Birds like the albatross that fly long distances over the open ocean have long, strong wings to help them glide, while birds that dive for fish have shorter wings. All seabirds have webbed feet so that they can skim the water's surface or dive down into the water with ease. Seabirds have lots of feathers that are packed distantly to keep out of the water. A thick layer of down keeps them warm. Strange nest. Petrels make their nests with pebbles. They move to land only to breed. Good dads. Unlike most birds, the male phalarope guards his eggs until they hatch. What kind of parents do seabirds make? Seabirds make good parents. They nest at safe spots and are careful with their eggs. Both the mother and father care for their young. Some seabirds care for their young for 6 months, while some, like frigate birds, watch their young for 14 months. How far does a seabird migrate? Seabirds migrate a long way to lay eggs. The Arctic tern holds the record for flying longer distances than any other bird. When it is summer in the northern hemisphere, it flies up to the Arctic, and when it is summer in the southern hemisphere, it flies all the way to Antarctica. The terns travel 20,000 kilometers, 12,000 miles each way. Other long-distance flyers include sooty shearwaters, albatrosses, and phalaropes. While many seabirds fly over the open sea, many are happy to keep close to the shore. Drying up. After fishing, cormorants have to spread out their wings to dry as they do not have waterproof feathers. Birds of prey. Birds of prey, reptiles, are meat-eating birds that use their beaks and claws to hunt. There are about 500 species of birds of prey. The largest of them is the male Andean condor, and the elf owl is the smallest. Night vision. Owls can see and hear well at night. Majestic birds. Eagles are larger than most other reptiles and they are more powerfully built. Their large pupils give them good night vision. Bald and beautiful. Vultures do not have feathers on their heads and necks. This ensures that they do not get too dirty when they stick their heads into carcasses, which helps to prevent infection. What is a reptile's gizzard? A gizzard is a specially adapted stomach that helps a bird to grind food. Birds often have stones inside their gizzards. Birds of prey have a special gizzard which makes pellets out of water. The bird cannot digest like hair bones and feathers. When it has finished eating, the bird spits the pellets out. Did you know that a Ruppel's griffin vulture can fly as high as 11,000 meters, 37,000 feet on 29 November 1973? One of these birds crashed into an aircraft over the Ivory Coast. What makes a reptile such good hunters? Reptiles have larger eyes than most other birds and have excellent color vision. They have a sharp, curved beak and strong feet with powerful claws, talons. Reptiles' sharp ears can hear prey moving and detect how far away it is. Which birds are reptiles? Vultures, hawks, eagles, kites, falcons, harriers, buzzards, owls, secretly birds, and ospreys are all types of birds of prey. Of these, only owls hunt at night. Female reptiles that feed on live prey are often larger than the males. Although male and female vultures are the same size, vultures feed on carrion or dead animals instead of live prey. Do birds of prey have special wings? Falcons have thin pointed wings. These help them to fly fast and to change their direction. While chasing their prey, their wings also enable the falcons to dive suddenly to catch their prey. Hawks and eagles have rounded wings that help them soar without flapping their wings. High up on air currents, they are able to mark their prey even from high in the air. What do reptiles eat? All reptiles are meat eaters. Some, like eagles, feed on rodents, snakes, lizards, and fish. Most vultures feed on carrion. Vultures have a sensitive sense of taste, so they are able to detect if food is poisonous. Some vultures, like the palm nut vulture, eat the fruit and husk of certain palm trees, as well as shellfish and carrion. Bat hawks, unsurprisingly, exist on a diet of bats. Are most seabirds white? Seabirds are white, gray, or black. These colors help them hide from enemies and also from prey. Their legs and beaks are sometimes brightly colored. How do seabirds catch their food? The albatross feeds on fish and krill that are found on the surface of the water. Gannets and boobies dive to pick up prey. Some, like the shinstrat penguin, dive and chase their prey. Skyas and frigate birds are known to steal food from others. Is so much salt good for birds? Seabirds have salt glands on their face that eat some of the salt they take in, but the salt does not seem to harm the birds. Seabirds live longer than other types of birds. In fact, the albatross can live for up to 60 years.